So Daniel Smith paints Primatek these are some non-traditional colors that I have set up in a traditional way. So I'm going to do some mixes so you can see what kind of colors I come up with. You know, that way you can mix your own colors if you decide to buy these colors. So first of all, I am going to do this traditional mixes. So I'm going to get some of this ultramarine blue and some naphtha maroon. And that makes a really pretty purple. So I'm going to put that down, you know, and it's not super vivid. You could make it more vivid by adding more naphtha maroon and more ultramarine blue. Now I did pre-wet my palette because some of these colors are a little tough to activate because they're Primatek colors. Okay, so there's a purple from ultramarine blue and naphtha maroon. Traditional mixing, mixes well. So I'm going to wipe this off and keep this area clean so you can see the true colors of the mixes of these paints. So another traditional would be to go with nickel azo yellow and ultramarine blue, and you're going to get a green. Let's get a little bit more nickel azo. Oh yeah, real pretty spring green. Now this one is not going to granulate as much. There's a little bit of granulation in ultramarine, but that makes a really pretty spring green. All right, now let's clean that off and make, let's see, what is another traditional mix? Red and orange. So or red and yellow make an orange. So let's do nickel azo yellow, and let's go ahead and do this red jasper. Oh yeah, that makes a really pretty orange with a little bit of sparkle in it. And that is, let me look at the label, make sure I'm telling you right. That is, oh no, that's red fuchsite genuine. Yes. I was going to put red jasper, but this is red fuchsite. I like the sparkle in that better. All right, let's clean this off. Okay, another common mix I use would be, let's do a mix with Kainite genuine. That's like that denim blue and naphtha maroon. Now that makes sort of a, to be honest, it makes sort of a moon glow color. Kind of a muted purple with sparkle in it. Now this, you'll probably see some granulation in there, and that is from the naphtha maroon, and add a little bit more water to it so the granulation will be more pronounced. You can see some granulation from right up here in this purple from the ultramarine and naphtha maroon. You know, a lot of these colors are granulated. I think as we go, you will see that most of them are granulating, with the exception of indigo and nickel azo yellow. So let's try that next. Let's try indigo. Really dark, pretty blue. And nickel azo yellow. Oh yeah, you get a nice foresty green. All these colors really mix well. Okay, so this is indigo and nickel azo yellow, which I really don't expect those to granulate. All right, next up, let's try Kyanite Genuine and that's a little stingy. It even re-wet, you know, you kind of got to scrub out a little bit. Scrub out it a little bit. Let's do that Kyanite with red fuchsite. Now that's going to be, red fuchsite tends to go a little bit orange, so that's going to be a little bit more gray. I should have put that under this. That just sparkles really pretty. Okay, so the next one. All right, let's go to Kyanite and Bronzite. You can just get a whole range. This Bronzite's a little tough. That gives you a really pretty gray. You just think of your color wheel and how you would get your traditional mixes, you know, ultramarine blue and burnt sienna or burnt umber make gray, and red and green make brown. So let's try that. Here is Green Apatite Genuine. Oh, that's pretty on its own. And let's try it with Naphthite Maroon. Oh, isn't that a beautiful brown? Oh, that is beautiful. Now you see why I like this for landscapes. Now I'm adding more in it, more pigment in it to get the maximum granulation as it dries. And I am using Arches watercolor paper, natural white, just the kind that's in the pad. Let's do nickel azo yellow. And Naphthite Maroon. Now these are kind of both kind of cool. So I got something mixed in there with that. Kind of like maybe some green left in my brush. Let's go ahead and put that down, see what it does. It's pretty. Pretty kind of deep orange. I'm going to try to mix another purple with, oh, I love that brown. I think that's turning out real pretty. Let's do ultramarine. What's this? Doesn't look, oh, this is amethyst. So let's do amethyst. It's kind of stubborn with Green Apatite Genuine. Oh, that makes a really pretty gray. Let's add a little bit more green Apatite Genuine. That makes a really dark green. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but if you take yellow and mix it with black, you get a really pretty green. And that's true in all mediums. You can even add a little bit more to make it a little bit more olive tone. But black and yellow will make a green. So that is, I learned that on YouTube. Didn't know it. You can learn anything on YouTube. I wanted to show you how the colors blended together. So if you put Naphtha Maroon and you made a, let me turn it this way. And you made a beautiful circle. Take some of that pigment off. And you made a beautiful circle. Okay. Then you take some of this duochrome Autumn Mystery and you made another circle and you touched. See that beautiful bleed right there? Oh, I love that. I love how those colors bleed into each other. And then if you took, say, Oceanic and touched them to each other, that Naphtha Maroon is beautiful. Bleeds beautifully into other paint. I was kind of expecting the duochrome Autumn Mystery to go into the Naphtha Maroon, but it didn't. So the Naphtha Maroon, let's try it with Ultramarine and the Oceanic. Now see, the Oceanic is going into the Ultramarine. So I like that. Now I was expecting that. I like that to do it in landscapes because I like it when things kind of grow into each other. So let's see. Let's put down the duochrome Autumn Mystery first. And then put down, let's put down a little bit of Artemis. This is a Da Vinci color, which it's really not granulates, but the pigments separate. And let's go back and get some more of that duochrome Autumn Mystery. And watch it go. See it go? Oh, wow. That is so pretty. I love how that works. I want to make sure you can see it. Oh, yeah. Let me zoom in on that. Oh. I love how that works. Oh, see it pushing that red and blue pigments. Oh, I just love how that works. So basically, what you need to do is just start mixing. You know, these colors are beautiful on their own, but they mix so well. And let me think of something else that we can mix just to fill up this paper. I wanted to show you this hematite. This is kind of hard to get loose. Hematite, genuine, violet. This is a pigment I'd use on its own. It really granulates nicely and leaves a peachy undertone. That black pigment just separates from that, and I wouldn't mix that with anything else because I just love how it granulates on its own. Just the perfect color of a rock in a stream. So that is a Primatek color, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, Hematite Violet Genuine. And it is. And they have a Hematite Scarlet Genuine too. And it's not that much different, but I love this one. See that peach undertone? So I think that is just a beautiful, beautiful color. I love the sparkles in these pigments. These are just beautiful, beautiful landscape colors. So, all right, I wanted to show you these mixes. Let's see. Okay, let's do another one. Let's leave that Artemis there and mix it with a little bit of Titan Buff. And we can see a creamy violet color. Get a little bit more Artemis. You know, that Titan Buff just makes, you know, if you want something just to look a little bit more opaque, and sometimes you might want to. And now this could be an interesting mix with those reds, and because Titan Buff has a little bit of granulation properties as well. So also an interesting mix could be Green Appetite Genuine and Titan Buff. So one thing about my paintings I like is I don't use typical colors. All right, let's do, this is kind of a creamy green. All right, let's get some more pigment in there. All right, now I'm gonna go in and get some duochrome Oceanic and place right next to it and see what happens. And I'm gonna kind of put some more pigment here at the edge, see what takes over. It's kind of going in there, but they're kind of staying in their own lane. So, ooh, that's starting to go into that Artemis mix. I like that. I'll have to remember that. I love this duochrome Autumn Mystery going into the Artemis. I think that's really beautiful. I love that Green Apatite Genuine and the Titan Buff. It's really causing some really pretty effects. That Hematite Genuine Violet, so pretty. Okay, did want to show you Lunar Black. Let me put a little bit of Lunar Black with this. Green Apatite Genuine and Titan Buff. Let's see. Let's turn this around. Okay, this is Lunar Black with Green Apatite Genuine and Lunar Black. Get that pigment in there, drop it in so it can do its thing. Let's give it a second and see what it starts doing. They just separate out and they just cause beautiful, beautiful natural effects. So I could see this on a rock, mixed in with a rock, as moss in a stream. Isn't that beautiful? Yes. I think that, so, you know, try these colors. Oh, I didn't try cobalt with anything. Let's see. Let me clean this up. Let's do cobalt turquoise. Let's do cobalt turquoise with naphthalene maroon. That'll be interesting. It could, because cobalt turquoise leans a little green. It could make a beautiful brown, or it could make a little bit of a violet tone. Okay, let's see. Here is naphthalene maroon. So let's just see. Okay, it's going more burgundy. That naphthalene maroon really is a strong pigment. Okay, yeah. So it's turning more purple. I thought it could turn brown, but it's just a really deep purple. Pretty. All right, so get your colors. Start mixing them in a different way. And, you know, that kind of reminds me of Artemis. Okay, let's look at Artemis next to it. Straight on. Kind of remind you of it. Kind of does. Not exactly, but very similar. So that was cobalt turquoise, naphthalene maroon, cobalt turquoise, and naphthalene maroon. So if you, it's probably not going to separate like Artemis. I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's really pretty. Really pretty. So get your palette, start mixing, and see what you come up with. You know, come up with something different and enjoy yourself. So I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye. I just wanted to come back and show you close-ups of this paint, and it's doing its thing. So I really love this Artemis next to this duochrome Oceanic, although I do love this Artemis next to Duochrome Autumn Mystery. So I loved how that Duochrome Autumn Mystery went into that. So here is a close-up of the Hematite Genuine Violet. And what was another one that I was... Oh, look at that. You can see that sparkle in those pigments. Oh, look at the sparkle in those pigments. Just love them. Oh, I love this palette. That's that Duochrome Oceanic. It's got mica in it, but you know, hey, if you love your pigments, there's that Green Apatite Genuine mixed with Lunar Black. And there's that Naphthalene Maroon and Cobalt Turquoise. And they kind of stayed together, but this Artemis, it's separating. It's not even dry yet. So once it dries, you'll see more separation of pigments, especially if I drop some water in there. I just loved how it interacts. I love how watercolors interact. I didn't do, oh, I love that chocolate brown too. That was Green Apatite Genuine and Naphthalene Maroon. So very good for landscapes. So, all right, guys, stick around for more on this palette. Oh, it's such beautiful colors, beautiful natural colors. Cool. All right, I'll snap a picture.